Hello. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon, madam.
How are you doing? How is everyone doing?
We are all doing good. And you?
By the grace of God. Please let's inform mommies that we started the class, so they should start joining. Okay. Let's do also we do that in our class groups, our various groups. Good afternoon once again to everyone. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon,
Hello.
madam.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Madam, good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Can you all? Hello. Can you all hear my voice? Hello.
Hello,
Okay.
madam.
Hello, madam.
Hi. Thank you very much. I wanted to know if you can hear me. Mr. Share my screen. I hope you can see my screen as well too.
Yes,
Hello.
madam.
Yes, please. Yes, madam. Yes, please.
Okay. So we are on our last unit. Okay, unit 6, which is about the career opportunities in our field, home economics. So these are the objectives for this unit. So by the end of this unit, learners should be able to one explain how useful home economics education is to learners, and then outline the various ways that they feel home economics could be gainful to the individual. So let's move to before we start with the career opportunities that we have in home economics, let's talk about our field. Okay, home economics is said to be useful and gainful to the learners. So we are saying two things here. From our field, we can say it is useful to us and can also be gainful to us. We have two different words here, the usefulness and then the gainful. When we talk about useful, okay, when you say something is useful, that means it serves a purpose, okay. It is helpful, it has a good effect, okay. So it is useful because it has various contents, and I believe we all know that our field has various contents. When you say you're studying food and nutrition, it has various contents under it that you will need. When you're studying coding and textiles, it has various contents under it that it's useful to you. So we have either you are studying coding and textiles, then you add management and living to it. So it entails various content areas that prepares the learners to acquire diverse skills and knowledge that is needed for meaningful living. So all the topics we have in home economics, okay, all these topics prepare us. It gives us the needed skills, the practical skills that we can use that will be needed to live, okay, for meaningful living. So we can say it prepares the individual to develop capacities that will help him or her live a good and healthy life. So the knowledge that we have in home economics will to live, develop us in getting some knowledge, in getting some skills that will help us to live a good and healthy life. You can use knowledge in food and nutrition, for example. If you have knowledge in food, you have knowledge in nutrition, it can help you live a good and healthy life by the choice of food you want to eat, how you combine certain foods to gain some sort of nutrients or strength or energy. Okay. And then it can also help individuals cope with homemaking skills, tasks and demands for family living. So when we talk about the usefulness of home economics, we are saying how you can use the knowledge you've gotten in home economics. Okay, how can you use it in your daily living? How can you use it in navigating life on your own? Okay, how the knowledge and those that you've learned in class can be applied in your daily routine. So knowledge in clothing and textiles will help individuals. We are still on the usefulness of home economics. Knowledge in clothing and textiles will help individuals select suitable fabrics. Okay, if you have enough knowledge in home clothing and textiles, you can use such knowledge as in fibers and fabric production or fibers and fabrics. You can use that knowledge to select a fabric which you can use to sew a dress for yourself, and fabrics you can use for other household articles like chair covers, like curtains, the draperies that we have, napkins. Knowledge in fabrics will show you that, oh, okay, I can use this polyester fabric as a napkin because it won't absorb water. So then I can use a cotton fabric. Okay, if you have knowledge in clothing and textiles, it will help you to be selective in the fabrics that you use for yourself and then for the house, and fabrics that you can use for other things, other articles, other clothing accessories like bags. If you want to use a fabric to make accessories and earrings and those things, it will help you to identify the specific one to suit what you want to do. And then if you have knowledge in clothing and textiles too, you can use it to make clothes for yourself and then for family members. So your knowledge in pattern making and freehand cutting, stitching, pressing, all those things will help you to sew dresses for yourself and also for other family members, for your friends, for your anyone. Okay. It can also help you to mend clothes or make alterations to save costs. Most of the clothing and textile students have sewing machines in their house. Not even just clothing and textile students. Most of us have sewing machines in the house. And then if you don't have knowledge on how to use it, the sewing machine will be in your house, and then you'll be sending clothes that needs to be mended, or that clothes that need some small alterations. You rather send it outside, pay someone else to do it for you, whilst you can do it yourself. So if you have knowledge in how to use the sewing machine, how to go by all these things, you can do them for yourself, for your family to save money. So those monies that you would have sent outside, you can use it to do other things. And then if you have knowledge in clothing and textiles too, it will help you furnish the home. Okay, and care for clothing and furnishings to last long. So you know how to care for cotton fabrics, you know how to care for woolen fabrics, you know how to care for polyester fabrics. Okay, knowledge in it will help you to care for your articles, care for the garments that you have, care for all other clothes of fabric things that you have in your house. Knowledge in it will help you to care for them to last long. Let's come to food and nutrition too. If you have knowledge in food and nutrition, it will help the individual to select, to plan. Okay, let's finish with this one. To select, plan, and prepare nutritious meal for self and then for the family. So you know the various nutrients each group needs. You know the nutrients that children need most, nutrients that old the aged needs most. You know the nutrients that young adults need most. Okay, so with this knowledge, you can use it to select the type of foods that have those various nutrients in it, plan, and then you prepare those nutritious meals for them. The knowledge in food and nutrition can also be used to preserve food to prevent spoilage and wastage. If you have knowledge in bottling, canning, freezing, drying, okay, you know how well to do all these things. So when you go to the market and then you buy your food stuff in bulk and you bring it in the house, you bring it to the house, you know how to care for them, how to keep them, how to store them, okay, to make sure that they don't spoil and then some doesn't go waste. Then you end up losing money to buy another thing. So knowledge in this will help you to preserve all those food stuff. Also, you can use that knowledge to cook food in ways that will preserve and retain food value. You know the point to boil certain foods so that well, you know that when I boil it to this time, the nutrients in it will no longer be effective because of some knowledge that you have in nutrients related to food and nutrition. Okay, it will help you to prepare food in such a way that by the end of preparing it, you don't lose the nutrients in it, but rather you preserve it so that when you eat it, you'll get that nutrients that we expected to get from such food that we are preparing. And then when you have knowledge in food and nutrition, it will help you to present food in appealing way to stimulate appetite. Is it sometimes you are not hungry, but just because of the way the food is looking, how it has been presented to you, it makes you feel like you want to eat it. Let's go the other way around. You are not hungry, and then someone presents food to you, and then you see that the garnishing and everything is it's not appealing. You will not eat it. So knowledge in food and nutrition will help you to know how to present food to the other person. Okay, if you are serving food, how you make it appealing for the other person to eat it, especially with kids. When you're giving them food and then you feel like you have to sing lullabies, you have to make sure that you cause them to eat the food. But you can present it in a way that will make it attractive for them to eat it. So knowledge in food and nutrition, once you've gone through home economics, you studied food and nutrition, you use such knowledge to present food and to people to eat it. And then when it comes to knowledge in management living, it will help the individual to manage the home with regards to decision making. Okay. When you study management in living, when we all go through courses in management in living, you realize that you end up knowing how to take decisions. If you have to take decisions based on some items that you have in your house, you start to prioritize them. Okay, this one is needed, this one is needed here. So that knowledge will help you to manage your home, and then it will help you to also manage some resources that you have in your house. If you have knowledge in management living, it will help you care and maintain some services that you have in our houses. So you will learn about the equipment that you have in the houses, what those equipment were made of. Okay, and then you realize that okay, if this equipment was made from clay, this is how we care for clay products. This is how we care for wooden products. This is how we care for metallic equipment. Then the knowledge that you have in it will help you to keep that thing for a long time. And then you can also use the knowledge for good consumer practices. Okay, when you're going to the market, how you make you write your list and then write that the amount you need for each. Okay, your budgeting skills, how you take that list to the market to buy things, and then how you can communicate with the person selling the such foods or such thing, anything that you're going to buy, how you can communicate with the person to make sure that okay, you gain some amounts from the amount you already budgeted. Okay, that's what we call consumer savings. So you go to the market and then you say it's 5 cedis, and then you bargain with them, you negotiate with them so that they can reduce it for you. If they give you like 1 cedi, you've saved 1 cedi to be used to purchase another thing. So knowledge in management in living will help you with all this so that you can use it wherever you find yourself. You can use knowledge in management in living to have a cordial relationship with other family members. Okay, you know that the roles each person is supposed to perform in the house. So I know my role, my mommy knows her role, daddy knows her role, the younger sibling knows their role. So everyone will do it so that we will not have grudges with each other. There will not be quarrel. There will not be all those petty issues in the family. You can talk of choice of house site. Okay, you know that you learn about um where you should places suitable for building your houses. Then considering the types of facilities that you need based on the family, the number of people you have in the family. Okay, should I go for a bungalow house? Should I go for a flat? Should I go for a house with 2 rooms, 3 rooms? Okay, the knowledge will also help you to select the equipment that you use equipment that you use to furnish your houses. And then you can also identify faults and minor repairs in the house before purchase. Okay, you don't just go, you don't just see a house and be like, okay, this house is looking nice, so I want to buy it. Because you know that it involves money, you go inside to check and see if everything in the house is functioning or working as they are supposed to be. To be. Are they cracks in the wall? You ask why they are cracks in it. Are they going to be fixed for you, or you're going to use your money to fix it? If then, will it affect the money I'm going to pay? Because you have knowledge in this, you can be able to speak well with such a person or have such a conversation with the person. You can have mortgaging and insurance, so you know where you can take money from to purchase a house or to purchase other things, and then some insurance that you can use. You can invest your money in. Okay, and then choice of investment and credit facilities too. You know the various credit facilities that we have, and then where you can invest your money. You have care and management of various conditions and groups along the family life cycle. So along the family life cycle, beginning to the emptiness stage, how you manage each family life over there. We have carrying out activities in a manner to lessen burdens of house chores. How you plan your activities, okay, to make sure that it lessens burden. And also how you plan activities to improve the conditions of work in the home to reduce fatigue. We can all use knowledge in management and living to do all those things. So let me come back here, and then aside what we have said here, okay, what are other usefulness of home economics? Other usefulness of home economics, either clothing and textiles, management, living, food and nutrition. Rebecca.
And please, I will speak for that of the clothing and textiles. It helps one to choose the right apparel in order to suit the body shape. We have the various shapes of the body, and they all have their own characteristics, and then the attire they are supposed to wear. So if someone is an inverted triangle, you know the kind of clothing to wear. You wouldn't wear um, a bodycon kind of dress because it wouldn't suit that figure that you have. So if you have knowledge in clothing and textiles, it will help you to choose a particular apparel in order to suit your body shape. Thank you.
Thank you. So your knowledge in clothing and textiles will help you to know that, oh, this is the figure I have, so I have to wear this dress to complement it. Thank you very much, Madam Rebecca.
Yes.
Madam Florence.
Yes, ma'am. Please, I don't know if I'm also right, but in clothing and textiles, I also say that it helps people to know how to do pressing, the ironing. It's not everybody who knows how to iron, but when you have knowledge about clothing and textiles, you be able to know how to do ironing and then also how to put bedspread, bed sheets on beds,
Very
like
good. Very
how
good.
to lay beds.
All right, thank you very much, Madam Florence. So knowledge in coding and textiles will help you to know how to press. Okay, you know there are some people who just iron their dresses and then they will just wear it and then you don't see the exact sheet in it. But when you go to someone who did coding and textiles and has knowledge to press it, the person can press the seams open very flat so that when you wear the dress will stand out as you expect it to see. Okay, thank you very much, Madam Florence. And then Madam Gloria.
Hello,
Madam
madam.
Gloria, Madam Gloria.
Yes, madam. Madam, please, with regards to food and nutrition, you can also do something small as a way of helping the home by selling some foods like cake making and donuts and other things to support the home as well. Thank you.
Please, please say it again. Madam Gloria.
Yes, madam. I'm saying that with the knowledge in food, you can create small job. Madam, please, are you there? Like you can sell, you can sell foods like the cake and other stuff so that you support the home with those little money that is making out of those
All
foods.
right, thank you, Madam Gloria. Okay, but we are talking about the usefulness of it. Okay, before I said that, I said we have um usefulness and then gainfulness. Okay, so this side that you explained to us is the gainful aspect of it. We are not there
Oh,
yet, but yeah, the gainful
oh,
aspect is how we can use home economics to get money. Okay,
ah,
that's what the
okay.
gainful aspect of that. But the usefulness is the general thing that you can use home economics for aside using it for money.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, Madam Guy, I'll go to another person and then come back to you, then give me another example. Okay, thank you. So, I have Madam Charity. Madam Charity.
Yes, madam. Please, the knowledge in clothing and textiles, it will help you to select the best fasteners and open in terms of making a garment, like the correct zips and buttons for a particular garment, and how to combine colors and zips and how to use it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Charity. That's very brilliant. Okay, I have Madam Helena. Madam Helena, that's her.
Oh, I keep quiet. I want to talk.
Madam Helena, that's her. Okay. Madam Eunice. Madam Eunice Adom.
Okay, man, I also talk about the home economics aspect. So
You're
the
talking about
knowledge we also yes,
we
so
are also
food, sorry, food. So the knowledge we also gain at food will also give us the knowledge to know the kind of food to eat at certain times of the day so that we don't affect our body or cause problem to ourselves because there are certain times of the day, even the weather sometimes gives us what to eat. So when you have the knowledge, you know what food to eat in the morning so that you feel comfortable. The food to eat in the afternoon and then in the evening. Thank you.
thank you very much, Madam Eunice. I'm Madam Felicity. Oh, Madam Helena, are you back? Madam Helena.
Down. Listen, the aspect of clothing and textiles, if you have knowledge in it,
particular dress close to dressing up. I think whether that's whether war. You have to wear a clothes that suit you, not a coat or any other clothes that may feel comfortable with it. Thank you, madam.
Now we
Okay.
didn't hear. Oh.
Yes. But Madam Helena, if I go ahead and say, I think knowledge including ancestors will help you to select the kind of dresses that you wear. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yes, please, madam. That's what I
So,
think.
and which the times of the day, you know the kind of dresses that you wear. If it's a sunny day, what you wear. It's a it's a cold day, what you wear. I thank you, Madam Helena. I'm Madam Felicity. Madam Felicity. Madam Felicity.
Hello, madam. Okay. Hello. It
Yes, we
has
can hear you.
like chains, shoes, and then watches, and how to select their earrings and all those things to do
Please,
about it. Thank you.
Madam Felicity, please, which aspect are you talking about? I think it's
Hello.
yes, Madam Felicity. We didn't get you. Please, can you go? Yes, please start what you said. Okay, tell us again.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. The whole class can hear you.
Hello. Clothing and textile
Hello, ma'am.
students also to know how to select accessories. The accessories, that's watches, shoes, and then chains, earrings, to know how to go about it. Thank you.
Alright, so knowledge and coding skills will help you to select all these things to complement your dressing. Very good. Okay. I've been hearing coding and textile, food nutrition, coding and textile, food nutrition. Let's come to management too. Okay. Let's come to management too. So I
Hey,
have
no.
Madam Veronica. What?
No, I was about to talk
Madam
about food and nutrition. Yes, please.
You want to talk about food and
Yes, please.
nutrition?
Yeah, I was
Well,
about to talk about pardon?
those you have been in that. What about management in living?
Okay, I don't know whether it can be placed up. I was coming to say in okay, when maybe setting table in a home with your knowledge, it will help you to know the kind of tools, the kitchen tools to use and where to place each tool, like the cup, the spoon, the plate, the coffee, and everything.
All right, thank you. So you know where to store all those things, where each of them belongs to. Very good. Thank you, Madam Veronica. And let me talk to Madam. I have Madam Eunice 1, Madam Charity 2, Madam Florence 3, and then Madam Rebecca 4. Okay, so when we finish with these four, okay, Madam Helena will come again. Then we go to the next one. So, Madam Eunice, let's hear from you.
Okay, the knowledge in management. We can also talk about the kind of house you want to choose. It will help you know the kind of house to choose. Because depending on your family, you know whether you go for a compound house or a detached house. So that is it. So it will help you choose a preferable house for your family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Eunice. I have Madam Rebecca.
And please, the usefulness of management in living will also help in terms of making choices in life, where to place your need and where to place your want. If there's something that is not needed, you already have it, but you just want more of it, and you wouldn't need it immediate, you wouldn't have to go for it. Then also, the space that you have in your home, and which will determine the type of equipment to go in for. So if you are living in a small room or you don't have enough space, you wouldn't have to go for equipment that will take almost half of the space that you have available. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Rebecca. I have Madam Charity Dinfua. Madam Charity.
Madam, please, under the management in living, the knowledge in management rather, we can make improvisation in various houses depending on the budget we have. Like if you can't afford maybe a dustbin, through the knowledge you have under management in living, you can use gallon and maybe cut it and use it as dustbin with a cover. Then we can also, by doing this, we are reducing the amount of money we can use for the family. So we can also practice improvisation in our homes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Jennifer. And then I have Madam Helena.
Yes, madam. With the knowledge and management in living, when you want to choose a place for building, as a plan or a place for building, you have to look for a place that will not be muddy when it is in rainy season. With the knowledge, to help you to look for a place that when it's even rain, you and your family will still stay at your home. Madam, thank you.
Thank you very much. Madam Florence, your hand was up, but it's down now. You still want to talk?
Yes, please. I wanted to say that in management we do procurement. You can't just go and buy items like that. Nowadays, that money is not easy to be gotten. So you go and make inquiries about the quality and then the prices of things, and then before going to buy.
Right, thank you, Madam Florence. And then,
Madam,
okay.
Madam, please, am I right?
Oh, yes. So when you
Okay.
go to the market, you surely have to go and buy, do window shopping. Then you choose which one you feel like it's worth the money you're going to use. Okay, you check the prices, which one too is lower, and then so with management and with that knowledge you can do that. Okay. Vida.
Can it be same
Hello.
as food and then clothing too?
Hello.
Yes, Madam Vida. We can hear you.
Please, madam, in management too, time is very important in meal preparation. That's food and nutrition. Where we know the various time that we prepare our various meal. That's breakfast, lunch, and supper. We know all these things. Then we use time for preparing those foods.
All right, thank you very much, Madam. Okay, so right now well understood. Let's move to the from the usefulness to the gainfulness of home economics. Okay, we had an example from I think I've forgotten her name, but someone gave an example in class right now. So when you talk about the gainfulness, okay, aspect of it, we say something is gainful, it is profitable. Okay, you gain a reward for doing that, and the reward we are talking about is it's in terms of money. Okay, so the skills, the knowledge, everything that we've had in home economics, how we can use them, how we can apply them to get money from it, is what we are terming as the gainfulness aspect of it. So the usefulness is talking about how it can help us in our daily lives. Okay, the gainfulness also can also help us in our daily life. But helping us in our daily life, will it bring money to us? That's what we want to stress on. So we say home economics is gainful because it provides individuals with the means of earning a livelihood through engaging in the various career prospects of the field. So there are various career opportunities for both males and females, depending on one, your level of education. If you are an SHS leaver, JHS leaver, and you studied home economics, there are some gainful aspects that you will get. If you go to SHS, there are some gainful aspects you will get. Tertiary, if you tertiary, you continue to do your masters and then create, you also have your fair share of it. Okay. And then also we talk about where one studied in the field. If you specialize in clothing, If you specialize in food, if you specialize in management, okay, you also have your fair share of how you can use home economy to gain. We have different sectors outlined. Okay, so let's start with education. Okay, let's start with the general one. In education, a degree in home economics education provide opportunities in Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education. I know most of us did home economics in our various training colleges. Am I right?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
please.
So because we did home economics in our various training colleges, we had the opportunity to go to the basic schools to teach. So we are all with the Ghana Education Service, okay? And because of that, we are now teachers. So it is gainful because we use that knowledge to go and teach, and then we receive salaries monthly and sometimes some opportunities, some services just because we are teachers, okay? So you can be with Ghana Education Service, and then you can teach at all levels. You can teach in basic school, depending on where you reach. You can teach in SHS, you can teach in training colleges, the universities, and also you can teach in other specialized schools. And then you can teach in private and public schools. So it's not just with the Ghana Education, not just with the government schools. You can also teach in private schools because right now we are all using the same curriculum. Government or private school, we are all doing home economics and the career technology. Okay, when you can go to SHS too, they're all doing home economics too. So it will give you such an opportunity to either be in a government school, if where if your area, probably you were in a government school and then you relocated to a different place due to any other reason, maybe marriage or any reason. And then you don't get a government school, but you can also move to a private school just because you had a knowledge in home economics. Okay. In education, we can talk of administrative capacity as head of institution, circuit supervisor, or school inspector. Once you're a teacher, you can also be a headmaster. You can get the rank of being a headmaster, head of an institution, a principal, okay, a chancellor. So it's not just other people who can do it. We have home economics who are head of various institutions. You can, because you have knowledge in home economics, and then you know how well it will help students. You can also be part of the curriculum developers because they will need your expertise in that field in developing a curriculum which is meant for home economics students. You can go there and then share with them your experiences that you feel that when students have these experiences, it will help them in some courses or some programs, some subjects that they are learning in home economics, how the teaching method, strategies will go by. Okay, because of your knowledge in home economics, you can and then we have the formal education like the adult educators, school health coordinator, and girls education coordinator. Okay, so it can be in that field too. Then let's go to food and nutrition. Food and nutrition. If you have knowledge in food and nutrition, okay, if you did home economics, food and nutrition, you can be a nutritionist or a dietitian.
Madam, please question.
Please, I'm listening.
Please, the education field, the last point, non-formal education. Please, can we classify matrons? Hello, madam.
I'm still listening. I'm still listening.
Please, I'm saying that the non-formal education, can we classify patrons in our school canteens as non-formal educationists, or they are under the immigration?
Okay, I'm coming. Oh no, we can't talk about matrons as the non-formal education unit. This one, I'm talking about like organizing workshops, okay, to
Okay.
educate. Okay, so we have adult educators. Probably there's something that you want to educate them on. Okay, and
Oh,
then if you have youth, they can add you to. They can tell you, okay, we are giving these people general education on a general education on how they should their nutrients, their nutrition value, and everything. So once you have a knowledge in home economics, they can take this research field to also tell them what they should do, how the what kind of foods that they should eat and other things. Okay.
yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So we're talking about we're moving to the specializations where we're talking about we're talking about food and nutrition. So then with the food and nutrition aspects, knowledge in food and nutrition, okay, can make you become a nutritionist or a dietitian. Okay. A nutrition and dietitian. All these people you can see them in various hospitals. But there is a key difference in a nutritionist, what a nutritionist does and in what a dietitian does. A nutritionist is a professional who studied food and nutrition and how they affect the body. So they help you to understand what to eat to stay healthy, what you eat to prevent some diseases, and what to eat to improve your overall well-being. Okay. A dietitian also does that, but just that a dietitian is specifically trained and licensed to work with medical nutrition therapy. Okay. So a dietitian is qualified and certified to diagnose nutrition problems. Whilst a nutritionist is not qualified legally to do that. Okay, so you can educate people on what they should do, what they should eat, how they should go by their food, but legally you are not given that mandate to do to practice it in the hospital. Okay, but most of the time they do it as side by side. It's like you are a nutritionist and then you're a dietitian. But we have people who are really dietitian and people who are really nutritionist. Okay, so these people will just tell you the kind of foods that you should eat. You discuss with them if you want to plan a meal to gain weight, if you want to plan a meal to reduce weight, if you want to plan a meal to maybe to solve some diseases, some problems that you have. Okay, they can advise you on the kind of foods that you can eat to make sure that you gain the required nutrients for your overall well-being. So you can see them in hospitals and clinics. Some schools also have them. We have public health agencies in sports teams too. Okay, in the football teams, we have dietitians and nutritionists over there to engage with them, tell them the kind of foods they would need when they are going to the field, the kind of foods they should eat when they are relaxing. Okay. And then when you can go to the fitness centers and wellness programs too, you can have nutritionists over there, dietitian over there, and then food industries too. You have nutritionists and then dietitian over there. With your knowledge in food and nutrition too, okay, you can be a caterer. A caterer. So a caterer is a person who prepares, cooks and serves food for events or a group of people. So you can plan meals for events. Someone can come to you and then tell you that I'm having a wedding, I'm having a funeral, I'm having a naming ceremony. Okay, this is what I want to do. You can use your knowledge in home economics to plan a kind of foods that they will eat over there. Okay, you will be the sole person to buy ingredients and then supplies that will be needed over there. A caterer prepares food. Okay, you serve food and then you manage food presentations too. They will prepare the food and then send it to your location wherever you are having such program. And then because you did home economics and then you've been having practicals in food and nutrition, you know food safety and then food hygiene. Okay, so most of the catering schools, people prefer caterers who have had education in catering schools than those who didn't have that education. You know that the quality of food that they will give to you cannot be compared to those who went to school to actually learn how to go by preparing food, how to cover their hair, how to wash their hair hands at certain times. Okay, so education can be in a private institution, or you can have private you can have a caterer in universities, in schools. We asked I think Madam Florence said it, or I didn't check the person who said it, but we can have a caterer in schools like matrons. Okay, we have you can have your own restaurant and then be cooking for people to come and eat over there. It can be a big or a small one. Okay, you can also be a caterer in private school, children's school, to make sure that because you have the knowledge in the kind of foods that they should eat, you can also be there and then be preparing food for them. So you can be a caterer too. And then, so a degree in home economics with specialization in food and nutrition will qualify you for one of these jobs in the formal setting. Okay. But a certificate or a diploma may be good for the informal sector. So most of the people go to those training schools, catering schools to just get a certificate, and then their certificates will render them the opportunity to be a caterers. But if you have a formal education, you can also use it to other sectors. In the institution, they may require that you have knowledge in biology, biological and physical sciences, mathematics, social sciences, and business management. When you go to those who just get certificates for such a career opportunities, such gainful aspect of home economics, they don't take them through the biology aspect. They don't teach them what the human body will need and everything. They just teach you how to prepare cereals, to make them delicious, to make them sumptuous for people to whet their appetite. But if you're going to the formal settings, you'll make sure that you have knowledge in biological, physical sciences, mathematics. And I know that as we are here, we are doing integrated science. And that integrated science that we are doing is giving us knowledge in how we apply science into our education and in food and nutrition or clothing and textiles. And please hold on, I'm coming. Kobe. Hello, sorry. And then you can also be a food technologist. Okay, you can also be a food technologist. A food technologist is a professional who studied science of food and then uses technology to improve how food is processed, how food is stored, how food is packaged, how food is preserved and made safe for consumers. Okay, so food technologists, you can see those people in food processing industries. We have some research laboratories, food manufacturing companies. You can use we have government food safety agencies like the Food and Drugs Board Authority, knowledge in food and nutrition, and then your specialization in food technologies can render you such an opportunity there, and then in other universities and research institutions too. Okay. So with this, you require a degree in food science,
Then you have to also have knowledge in food microbiology and other related science courses, which will make you have an upper hand to be a food technologist. You can also work with Ministry of Agriculture at their extension works. Okay, you can go to the rural areas and then just have an informal training section with them to teach them how to grow their not to grow their food, how they can harvest their food, how they can preserve the harvest that they've had. Okay, how they can keep them so that when it's not in season, they can also still have it. Then you can also help in training officers who will go to the field. Okay, if you are not going and then you have officers going, you can also give them the training as when they go, what the kind of information they should give out to those people in the rural areas. And also work with the Ministry of Health and Ghana Health Service as a nutrition officer, okay, nutrition education officer, a dietitian, and also a nutritionist. So let me come here and then we are done with the food and nutrition aspects of it. So what other gainful aspects do you think we can have aside the ones that I've talked about in food and nutrition? What are the other career prospects that you feel like when we do food and nutrition, you can use it to make money? Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
madam.
Okay, so we are still on the gainfulness of home economics, and I'm saying aside the food and nutrition aspects of it, those that I've mentioned, that when you study home economics, these are what you can use it for. What other gainful aspects do we have in food and nutrition? Aside being a nutritionist, aside being a dietitian, aside being a food technologist, aside being a caterer, a matron, what other thing can you use home economics for food and nutrition, knowledge in food and nutrition? Madam Eunice.
And then so you can also employ your own self by making some items like fruit juice, meat pie, little things that you were taught. You can even open your own catering, small food joints, and you sell them and you can make money from it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, Madam Florence.
Madam, please, I want to know if it's true, but you can also work at the security services
As
a cook. As a cook.
As a cook with a security service.
I mean, you can work at the security services like Ghana Army or the Navy. You can be a cook.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. I now get what I'm trying to say. You can also be a cook over there. Very good. Madam Abigail.
Yes, madam. I think you can also work at the Food and Drugs Board, where foods are being tested and then know its quality before they come to the public space.
Okay, so as a food technologist, as we discussed, you can use that knowledge to become a food technologist. Thank you very much. Okay. Any other? Where can you use food and nutrition to work at? Madam Rebecca. Madam Rebecca.
Yes.
Madam Rebecca.
Madam, please, yes. You can also use the food and nutrition aspect to work with the United Nations because they have various roles that are related to home economics in places like the food security aspect and nutrition programs. And because it involves a lot of nations, you can apply over there, and with the knowledge that you have in food and nutrition, maybe you can go to other nations in order to provide your nutritional knowledge that you have to help to curb a particular problem at a specific place. So you can also work with the UN, United Nations.
All right, thank you very much, Madam Rebecca. Madam Eunice.
Madam, I wanted to say, with the knowledge to, you can also be your own producer, like being a farmer. Because with the knowledge in food and nutrition, you know that some of the products they produce, they use chemicals. So in order to take care of your own self, you like to produce your own goods. And growing them, when they develop, you can sell some and you gain some income from it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Eunice. And then the last person, Madam Felicity. Madam Felicity or Jane Forson. Madam Felicity. Okay, I think she doesn't know her hand is up. All right. So those are some of the career prospects that we have in food and nutrition. And let's go to clothing and textiles too. Clothing careers include the creative design, the production and marketing of apparel. All of these require a flair for fashion. Okay, if you have the flair for fashion, if you have like you want to be a fashionist, or if you love fashion, okay, then you can be in clothing and textiles so that you get all those opportunities over there. You should be creative, and then you should have that business like skills. Okay, you should feel like all those things that you are doing should you can monetize them. So here we have apparel designer, a fashion designer, and then we all know what these people do. A fashion designer, they design dresses, okay, to be sewn for just mention the occasion, and then they can design a dress to fit such an occasion. They are always looking for what's trending, the kind of dresses that's trending, and then they make sure that whatever design that they are doing for you, it will suit that era that you live in. Okay, so you have a fashion designer, you have a dressmaker or a tailor. And right now, these people are the ones the people in the industry who are making real big monies. Okay, the dressmakers and the tailors, they sew dresses for you for any occasion. Okay, if you are doing a wedding, if you are doing an engagement, a funeral, your birthdays, just name the occasion. Just go to them and then they will sew a dress for you, a beautiful, a classy, and elegant dress for you. Okay, so they can also be designers as well. Your fashion designers, yes, are solely designing dress for you, but a dressmaker can also be a fashion designer. She will design the dress for you and then also sew the dress for you. We also have undertakers. Undertakers, those who dress corpses. Okay, those who dress corpses. So corpse. So you can use the knowledge that you have in clothing and textiles to sew dresses for those people, and also you can also dress them if you have that zeal to do it. If you have the passion to do it, you can use it. You have an interior designer too. Okay, you plan and supervise the design and execution of interiors and their finishing. You have knowledge in the kind of things that you should select in finishing a house. Okay, so with that knowledge, you can use it to furnish a house. They can a hotel manager can employ you and then just give you the design.
Madam, please, your line is off.
Hello, madam, please, we can't hear you.
Oh, Horse Ref, sorry, one of you should call her so that you know she's off. Horse Refs.
I'm calling, but she is not picking. So I think she is aware that she's off. They're calling.
Hello.
But your friend of I.
I'm sending a message.
I'm a friend about one fa.
I and I'll try to reconnect into my sending a message.
Okay.
I'm trying to cry.
All right. Call me. My initiative.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, madam.
Yeah, madam.
I'm sorry about that. So we're talking about clothing and textiles. Okay. So aside those that I mentioned, as a textile technologist, as a textile scientist, as a seamstress, as a tailor, as a haberdasher, as an interior designer, as a fashion designer, what other thing can you use clothing and textiles for? Knowledge in clothing and textiles. How gainful can it also be for us? Madam Florence, you want to say something?
Yes, please. You can be a pattern maker.
Very good. You can specialize in pattern making, then you make patterns, then you sell, and then you get money from it. Thank you very much, Madam Florence. Sir Richard, I was supposed to even mention your name.
I joined very late, and my network was disturbing me a little.
Just at this
Sorry.
point, just mention your name and then you raise your hand.
Okay. So with the clothing, I think you can be a fashion consultant or a stylist.
Very good. And what do these people do?
Okay, they offer expert advice on trends and personal style.
Very good, very good. So we can just tell them your body figure, and then if you don't know how to dress according to it, you can just tell them, and then they will advise you on how the kind of dresses that you should wear to complement your figure, all those things. Thank you very much, Richard. Madam Rebecca.
Madam, please, can we also say that with your knowledge in clothing and textiles, you can use that knowledge to become a judge for a fashion show in order to make judgment of what people wear in terms of a show?
Perfect. Okay, very good. Because you have knowledge in coding and textiles, you can be a judge at that place. You can look at their dresses and then how they constructed it. Are they meeting the required standards? Are they aligned? Are they stitching crooked? Are they straight? Are they reflect? So you can be a judge and then criticize all those things. Thank you very much, Madam Rebecca. Madam Alice.
I think you can also do a clothing line like boutique. Knowledge, you can test clothing for every season and then profit up to people who moves with the current trends.
That's very good too. That's very good. You can use your own, you can sew your dresses and then you can create a boutique. You just display those dresses and then people come and buy. Thank you very much, Madam Phyllis. Madam Florence.
Madam, please, one can also be a cutter. They only just cut patterns and then they sell.
Okay. Very good. You can also just cut fabrics for people and then you just give it out for people to sew. There are people who don't know how to cut or how to go by the cutting, so you can just cut it for them and then they will sew their dresses. Thank you, Madam Florence. Madam Felicity.
Hello, Madam. Please, one can also set up a school to train up pupils.
Very good, very good. So you can set up an institution where you are teaching students how to sew, how to make designs, how to. Okay, very good. That's also very good. And then what else? Knowledge in food and nutrition, clothing and textile. Sorry, Madam Felicity again.
Okay, one can also design a pattern for some schools, other schools or companies. Design patterns for them, maybe.
Just like Madam Florence said, it can be a party maker. Very good. Madam Rebecca.
Madam, please, one can also become an nutritionist, whereby if there's any mending to be done or a part of a garment to be altered in terms of its size, the knowledge in clothing and textiles will be able to do that.
Very good. You see that when you go to maybe probably we have a market and then there's a section where those people whose soldiers are like their area, you go there and then you ask for, you want to do illustration. It's not everyone that can do it. They will tell you someone who is really a specialist in it. And then when you go to that place, that such place, people can fix your dress. They can alter it to fit whatever, how perfect you want it to be. You have people who are specialized in it. And that's, if you have knowledge in clothing and textiles, they will help you to be an expert in it. Thank you. Madam Phyllis.
Madam, I don't know. Can we also say that I can become a showbiz man, organizing pageantries, fashion shows?
Okay, yes, you can organize fashion shows because that's very good. If you have knowledge in clothing and textiles, if you're a fashion designer, you know what's trending. Okay, so you can organize fashion shows where you get other designers, other dressmakers who come, and then they'll just be showing their dresses that they've made for people to also look at it, and then it will serve as, styles or designs that people would like to sew. Thank you very much. Sir Richard.
Okay. A colleague raised a point. I wanted to add something to it, that you can be a judge at fashion shows and the rest. Yeah. In most of the big fashion brands companies, they have a profession that they call a fashion critic. For them, yes, is after everything is done, their profession is to criticize what has been done before it is sent out to the market for people to purchase.
Okay, very good. So thank you for adding that to it. That you can just criticize the kind of dresses that have been made. Thank you very much. All right. So these are some of the career paths that you can take when you do home economics. So it's not when you do clothing textiles. So it's not just being a seamstress, a tailor. Okay, there are other places that you can fit well into. Madam Florence.
Madam, please, one other thing too is that you can be a weaver. Those who do weaving, the kente and those things, they are also under the clothing and textiles.
Okay, yes, very good. So like a textile technologist, as I said, you can
Oh.
they weave, they are more into weaving clothes, and then there are various weaving aspects that we have, then plain weaves, tensile weaves, like how they can weave the fibers to get a particular fabric to create a specific design. Thank you very much, Madam Flores. Then let's move to management in living. Management in living. So knowledge in management in living can give you the upper hand in being a caregiver. Okay, so one can work in an institution that care for persons such as the aged. Okay, in Ghana, it's not mostly done, but when you go outside and then you have knowledge in home economics, you can get an opportunity. Although everyone can get the opportunity, but your knowledge in home economics and special management in living will give you the upper hand than the others. So you can be a caregiver in the aged home, with toddlers, work and help. You can work with health and welfare centers and other institutions, or work with the juvenile correction centers too. And with this, you need knowledge in social and behavioral sciences to know how, if you have knowledge in it, it will tell you, or it will better explain why such a person is acting that way and how you can go by it. Okay, because those people, they need special attention. They need a kind of attention or a kind of care for them. So if you have knowledge in their behavior and social and behavioral sciences, it will help. You also need knowledge in psychology, sociology, and then counseling too, because sometimes they may act differently, especially the toddlers. And with that, if you can counsel them, you can give them some wise advices. You will be a better person over there. Can also work in some financial sectors. So in management and living, you learn about your finances. Okay, you learn about uh, um, investments. you learn about bonds, you learn about credits, you learn about all those things. And that knowledge can also give you, when you specialize in management and even other section, okay, it can give you an opportunity to work with a bank and other financial institutions, just because you have that knowledge, and then they feel that knowledge you can help with those aspects. Okay, some insurance companies, they will just need you to better explain their insurance policies to others, just because you have knowledge in insurance and other things. You can also be an events planner. So you plan and manage events on behalf of individuals and organizations. They'll just leave everything to you, and then with your management skills, okay, with the little money that they have, even if it's plenty money, you can manage it well to make sure that it suits or it serves what they want to acquire, whatever aspects of um whatever thing that they want to do is either in their events. So the hiring of tables, looking for cooks, looking for ushers, everything. It can just be just one person's job to do all those things, because you know how to manage everything, all resources, okay, well, to achieve the goal on behalf of individuals and other organizations. You can also delve in estate management, because you have knowledge in housing, okay, housing environment, the housing needs of individuals and families. So you can also delve into estate management, and then real estate development too. So you can deal in building and renting of sales of apartments, because you know the types of houses, and then which ones will support a particular people, a particular family at every stage of the family life cycle. You can also delve into those places where you can, when it comes to, you can sell the particular type of houses that you feel like at the beginning stage, this is the kind of house that you need, and then it's suitable at this environment because of the neighbors that you have around. Okay, so if you have knowledge in management and living, I'm talking about housing, how their environments. You can also delve into real estate development. You can also be a media person. Okay, management in living will build you all around. Okay, it will improve your communication skills. Okay, okay. You can also do advertising with magazines, education, and promotional publications in newspapers. If you have a decision or something that you want to share with the media based on management, okay, how to manage your house, how to manage your finances, you can advertise such with magazines, and then you can with that you can monetize this, and then you get money from it. So let's come to management and living. What other things that do you think that with your knowledge in management and living you can use to gain money? Let's look at the topics we have in management and living and how we can use them to get money. So we've done food and nutrition, we've done clothing and textiles, so we are now at the gainful aspects of management and living. Oh, let's think about other gainfulness of management and living. Just cast your mind back to the various topics that we have in management and living.
Madam,
Yes, Madam Militant.
please, you can also become a counselor, like advising people about marriage and stuff.
Very good. You can counsel people on about marriage, okay, and then you advise them on the stages that they are going to encounter, how they should cope with each of the family members. Because so you can be a counselor. I have Madam Charity.
Madam, under the psychology, on the behavioral distance science, you can establish your private sectors so that you can make arrangements on people who are having challenges in terms of mental problems and others. So through that, you can even make a school for maybe special child or special people. Thank you.
Through his knowledge in management and living. Hello, Madam Charity.
Madam.
We are talking about your knowledge in management and living.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Madam Charity. So, Madam Eunice.
Madam, I also want to say, if only it's right, you can also be an interior decorator, because in management you are taught how to arrange things at home, the kind of materials to use to design the house, where to position some items at home, and then even how to furnish your house. So I think you can be an interior decorator and gain money from it. Thank you.
Thank you. That's also very good. Because in management, you learn about the various surfaces that we have in our houses, and then with that, you can also be such a person. Thank you very much, Madam Rebecca.
And Madam, please, you can also be a housekeeper in terms of how to clean the house and then the right cleaning agent to use to clean the various surfaces. Then also, you can also become a logistic officer in terms of if someone is moving a house to a different house, how those items in the old house will be arranged in the new house that is being moved in, and then the kind of painting to do in order to make the house very nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Rebecca. And then I have Madam Alice.
I think you can also become an economist, where in nutrition, in management and living, we studied about scarcity, distribution of consumable services. So if you apply it, you can be an economics when as you handle society scarcity by producing and distributing consumable goods and services.
That's very good too. Thank you very much, Madam Phyllis. All right, so I'm glad you all have identified some career opportunities that home economics can be for us. Okay, when we learn home economics, talking about management in living, food and nutrition, and clothing and textiles, all those aspects can do for us. Let's move on to some changes that has been observed in home economics. Okay, there have been a lot of changes in home economics. Okay, the changes we can see it in the structure. There's changes in the structure of home economics in various countries. When it comes to Ghana, we have food and nutrition, clothing and textiles, and management in living. Okay, but when you go to other countries, it's either they are doing food and nutrition and just clothing and textiles, and then management in living it's either in food and nutrition and clothing and textiles, or they are doing just the food and nutrition and then management in living. So the structure varies from different countries, different places, and then it has given way to specialization. So at first, we can talk of learning from the history of home economics, where like the focus is on the family. Okay, how we can groom an individual to be a perfect fit for the family, to help with family chores and all those things. So the family-oriented emphasis is giving way to specialization. So right now, we are not grooming a person to be an all-round person in the family. Okay, to be someone who can manage the house well. We are not into that aspect. As first, that's what we're doing. But right now, our focus is on the gainful aspects than the useful aspects of home economics. So when we come to our school, you see that home economics, they teach that if you do home economics, this is what you can use this. You can be in future. So you can specialize in this and then get the skill and then you monetize it. Okay, so right now it's not just about the usefulness of home economics. We have shifted to the gainful aspect of home economics. And then there are some of the students who just go to home economics, just want to do home economics because of the gainful aspects of it. They are not doing it because knowledge in home economics can help them to manage their food, to manage their lives, to manage their money. So they are not going to do home economics because of that. They are doing home economics because they know that if I do home economics, I can learn how to prepare food. Okay, I can learn how to bake cake. Right now, we have those who are making cakes. They are trending right now because of the kind of designs that they can use the cakes for. So I feel like if I go to home economics, I can be able to get that. I'll get that knowledge, and then I'll start making cakes which are very attractive, rich cakes which are very appetizing, okay, for all events. And then if I do clothing and textiles, so this is what I'll gain. So they are just moving on to the gainful aspects of it than the useful aspects of it. And then there are changes in the name of home economics too. So first, domestic science, family ecology, and those things. Right now, we've seen that when you move to the various tertiary schools, home economics is being studied as consumer science. You have UDS and then Legon. Okay. And then when we move outside to most of the courses, if you want to further into home economics, most of them are not identified as home economics, like maybe a degree in home economics. You see degrees in consumer science, consumer ecology. That is how they are being named. So the name home economics kind of diminishing. Okay. And then in Canada, home economics association no longer exists. So if you are home economics, whatever field or aspects of home economics that you are doing, right, at first that we used to have associations to push home economics, at first those associations were there to push our field to make sure that our field is being at our various schools and those things. But right now we don't have an association. There's no association or there's nobody like that to push for our rights, push for our rights in universities and all those things. So there's nothing like a home economics association in Canada. And when it comes to Ghana too, you see, when we say someone is a home economist, it has a lot of places. It's not just those who are in education, those who are just teachers. You have a caterer, a seamstress, a tailor, like all those gainful aspects that we talked about. All these people are home economists. When it comes to Ghana, the Ghana Home Economics Association, it is just for teachers. Just the gear. Ghana Home Economics Education is virtually the teachers association. So it doesn't open, it's not open for all those other people. Okay, like like caterer, all those people, an estate manager, a real estate developer, all these people are not part of the Home Economics Association in Ghana. So these are some of the changes that we've realized in. And then in some countries too, home economics instruction is losing us or has lost its vibrancy. And this is reflected in closing down a number of schools of home economics departments in the US. Okay, so as just I said in Canada, that there are no associations like that. Right now, these associations are not there to push for us. So there are some departments that are no longer in function. Okay, if that department was built in the name of home economics to make sure that some of our education was given out to students, because there's no longer an association to make sure that that such thing is running or is being there right now. They see that it's no longer in use, like it has been embedded in other fields, so you can just close the home economics aspect, and once it's reflected or seen in other fields, well, they can also have or learn that home economics over there. So there's nothing like a home economics department in most of some schools in the US. And then in Ghana, most of the departments lack equipment and other resources. This is making resourcing very vital to the survival of the field. And then this is very true when you go to even some of the training colleges and then tertiary schools. I'm not talking about basic. But when it comes to the training colleges, where universities, where most students are specializing in food and nutrition, clothing and textiles, okay, most of these government schools are not having the resources to equip learners with those skills. Okay, when you go to our secondary schools, most of them don't have sewing machines. Most of them don't have kitchen for their food nutrition practicals, and that is making it very bad for the survival of the field. Okay, if I know that if I go to this school and then I'll not get the resources and then I'll need to buy all these things, then other students will choose other options than coming to do home economics. One may say that home economics shapes the world, shape home economics. Okay, so home economics in this contemporary world, whatever thing that's going on, whatever characteristics that's showing or prevailing in this era will influence how we go by our things, what are the kind of skills that we will teach. So right now, at first that we were focused on the family, how to be an all-round centered person for them to make sure that the family, you manage family finances, you cook for the family, you sew for the family. Right now, it has changed. Okay, what's the world need right now is what home economics is preparing students or preparing our learners to meet in the world. And then the home economics also contributes to the shaping of the world. So we look at what is going on in the world and then we prepare ourselves to make sure that we contribute our quota. Each person contributes to shaping of the world. Okay, so when it comes to some topics that we teach in home economics or some contents that we have in home economics, they are all making sure that we individuals or families are made better people in the world that we are living in, how we can safeguard the world. Okay, right now we have sustainability in everything that we are doing, so we have shaped it into most of our activities, and then we are learning food and nutrition. How can food and nutrition be sustainable? How can clothing and textile? How can we?
Please, madam, the line is breaking.
Is it okay now? Hello, hello, sir.
Hello, madam.
Is it okay now? Hello, hello, hello. Can you all hear me?
Madam, please, it's okay with my end.
Sir Richard, is it okay at your end too? Sir Richard, I think his line is off, but I believe it's okay at your end, like Madam Dorcas, Madam Rebecca, Madam Phyllis, Madam Millicent, Madam Adam. Is it okay at your end?
Yes, madam, I can hear you.
Okay, then I don't know what the problem. Madam Phyllis, your hand is up. Do you want to ask any question? Madam Phyllis, Madam Alex Phyllis. Okay, I don't think she knows her hand is up. All right. And then we can also come to with the promotion of TVET education in Ghana, many are turning to the field specialized areas. Okay, so just as I said, we are moving to the gainful aspects of it. So many people are moving to the fashion designing aspects of it, catering, interior decoration, events planning, and management. So yeah, everyone wants to be a specialist. Okay, in one aspect of it. And we can see it in the new curriculum too. You see, this new curriculum is about competency based rather than the content based. Okay, so what we can do with what we are learning, and then you see home economics is teaching us. Already it was doing that, but right now it's more that people see what they can do with coding and textiles than the money aspects of it. Okay, what's they can do with it than just reading or having the knowledge in coding and textiles. So their content has been widened to include contemporary issues like sustainable consumption and then technology application. Okay, so right now we have sustainability in fashion, sustainability in food, and then application of technology. at every section we have the application of technology, some tools, some right now AI tools are helping all of us. So like we see the application of all those things in as areas of specialization. Aside these changes, what other changes have you noticed from the evolution of home economics to this current era that we are living in? What other things have you noticed, either in the basic school, in the secondary schools, or in anything? How other things have you noticed that we have changed our ways of doing things in home economics? Madam Phyllis. Madam Phyllis. Okay. Hello. What other changes have you noted in home economics? In our content, in our doings, in everything, in our association, everything. As you being a teacher on the field, what are some of the things that you've noticed in the curriculum? What are some of the changes that you've noticed?
Hello, madam.
Hello, Madam Millicent.
Yes, please. There has been a change. The name has changed from home economics to career technology. That's what I've noticed.
Very good. So from home economics to career technology. Thank you. And then Madam Florence.
And madam, please, some of the challenges is that the content has become more than the practical aspect of it in our schools.
Really?
Yes.
Is it in the basic schools?
Yes, please.
Why are you saying that?
In our basic schools, the contents, the theory aspect of it has become more than the practical aspects. So most of the time is the theory that they are mostly depending on than the practicals, because time allocation for every teacher, if you say you are going to do practicals, you are going to use somebody's time. So most of it has become more theory than the practicals.
All right, thank you, Madam Florence. And then Madam Florence, I think she doesn't know me on this stuff. All right.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Madam, I also want to contribute. At first, when it was known as pre-vocational skills, we realized that we were doing the various aspects of it. So some were doing bead making, some were doing catering. That's the specifics. Later on, right now, it doesn't only include skill-based topics. Now we have topics such as innovation and creativity. We have visual art topics there. We have to take. So right now it's like different subjects into it.
Okay, so the
But
content has been enlarged. It has been widened to include all those things in it. Right. Hello, Madam Phillips. Yes, I think you finished talking. Yes, we are listening.
No, I think I said now it's other subjects have been integrated into it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Madam Veronica.
Yes, please. As my sister just said, at first when the name was BDT, when they get to I think Form 130, they were to do only home economics. But now they do everything, pre-technical skills, visual arts, everything inclusive. So there has been a change. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Madam Gloria.
Hello, madam.
Please, adding up to what Madam Florence also said, that it has been theoretical because of late when officers come around, they are only expecting the content. Exercise, how many exercises have you made? Because of that, teachers are now focusing more on the content delivery instead of the practical lessons. Thank you.
Okay, so that one is noticed in the basic schools rather than the SHS, right?
Yes, please.
All right, thank you, Madam Maria. And then Madam Rebecca Donko.
Madam, please, there is also a gap between the institution providing the education for teachers and then the school itself. Because I can't remember when the curriculum was revised to career technology. As at that time, we had started with our degree program at the college. We were offering home economics. So everything that we did was related to home economics. It was after um, our teaching practice that we came to the field and we got to know that there is nothing like home economics, but it's rather career technology. Meanwhile, at the college, we weren't given the option to choose a minor, maybe the technical aspects adding up to the home economics, but rather it limited us to just home economics. And now we are in the field to teach other aspects of the home economics being combined to teach, which is the career technology. So there's a gap between the institution and then the school itself.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you very much. Thank you. So the introduction of this career technology thing as well, like has kind of shifted from rethinking home economics, but right now it wants to include all the skills and other things that students will learn. So we as home economics teachers, when they get to that field, and then we are supposed to take career technology, we are supposed to take all those other aspects of it, even if it doesn't necessarily relate to what you were taught in the training colleges communities. So yes, I've realized all those things. So let's continue with. Okay, so higher
So
education
please, oh,
mandate
madam, was the merging useful?
was the.
Merging of technical and those things into the home economics, was it useful?
So right now they haven't. Right now, if I say it's useful or I say it's not useful, it will be from my own description. Okay. So let's see when they evaluate it and then see if it's really useful. Then we take our chances from there. But right now, if you ask me if it's useful or it's not useful, it will be a personal thing that I will say. Okay.
Okay.
So higher education mandate, as we are moving further, okay, as you are switching from basic education to secondary education, as you are doing this switch, as even if you do your masters again, if you are as you are climbing the ladder of education, okay, as educators, okay, as you move along the various level of education in your field, these are some of the questions you should ask yourself because these questions, okay, will give you answers that are needed on the field. They will give you ideas on how to go by your teaching strategies and all those things in the classroom. Okay, it's my intellectual capacity developing such that I can think innovatively. Right now, that's what we require in learners to think innovatively. Okay, so you, the one going to give them that training, are you gaining such skill? Okay, are you developing intellectually to think creatively, innovatively? Okay, you should be asking yourself, and then if you realize that you're not gaining that, then you change your actions or how you learn so that you can think innovatively to make sure that learners also will have such an experience or will have such skill with them. Do I have an inquiring or analytical mind to enable them to access knowledge? adapt knowledge and generate new knowledge and ideas. Okay, do I have it? If you have it, then you can make sure that learners are able to generate new ideas on knowledge in the classroom based on what you are teaching. But if you feel like you're not having it, then at every stage, at every stage in your rotation, it adds up to or it builds on what you already know. Okay, so whilst it's building on it, make sure that it is building, yeah, again, the kind of knowledge that you will need to make sure that to see the kind of learners that we are having in this era, the kind of competencies the curriculum wants to inculcate in them. Am I able to use modern tools for analysis and communication? Okay, when it comes to our field, there are new equipment that are evolving and then they are making things, equipment make our work easier for us. Okay. As an educator, am I able to, do I know this tool? Am I able to use it well? When the student asks me how to use it, am I able to explain it well to the student? Because these children would like to use these tools than us. So we are going to teach them. So we should make sure that we know all those tools which we will need in coding and stuff, including production. Okay, there are these new AIs that we have we can use in designing dresses. You know how to use them. Even if you don't know how to use it, you should have a fair knowledge or fair idea on how it is so that you can communicate it to learners. Am I able to adapt to the rapidly changing knowledge environment? Okay. Am I able to apply the knowledge and practical skills to produce activity? Okay. Right now we sort of shift from what you know to what you can produce. Okay. So we should like the last time I used the word, we should work our talk. Okay. Me that I'm learning this thing, am I able to use that activity or use that skill to produce something? If I'm able to do it, then the students will know that okay, madam taught me this and she's doing that. That's what I learned from my teacher. And then if when you are in that field and you feel like you are making things, you are being a fashion designer, you are making clothes, you are doing pastry, you can talk more on it. It's like you have more knowledge in it to speak to it when you're teaching the learners. And then with that, you students who know the gainful aspects of it and the useful aspects of it too, so that they can also apply it in their lives. Do I appreciate the need to adapt rapidly to changes in technology and associated skills area? Do I have a career focus? Am I developing deep appreciation and quality and precision? These are some of the questions that you should ask yourself whilst, climbing the ladder of education, so that all the answers will perfect your skills. Okay, will make sure that you are an all-round person. And then when you go to the classroom, you can deliver your best to make sure that whatever practical skill that you want them to learn, they are they acquire it. Okay. So this is a summary of it. Not all careers under different areas have been covered. You realize that in many of the careers, other fields may be required. Okay, other knowledge from other skills will be required to get to such job opportunities. And this is clear. This is a clear indication that some economists draw knowledge from other fields apart from utilizing its own body of knowledge. That is the multidisciplinary nature of our field that we discussed last week. In trying to help families lead a fulfilling life, home economics try to tackle all the aspects of family life by way of politically helping improve conditions of man for a better family living. That's our philosophy. So there have been many changes in this area which seems to divert the mandates of the field and discuss it. However, the field is responding to the changes in society to meet the needs of today. So there's a question for us. Self-assessment is, how gainful has home economics been to you as an individual? How gainful has home economics been to you as an individual? So this time is just a discussion that you're going to have. How gainful has home economics been to you? we realized the gainful, we've discussed the gainful aspects of it. I know we are all teachers, so I'm not going to, I'm not expecting being a teacher right now. Okay. Other aspects of it, how gainful has knowledge in home economics, knowledge in clothing and textiles, knowledge in food and nutrition, knowledge in management living, how gainful has it been to you? Madam Florence.
Madam, please, I'm trying.
Hey, I'm saying how gainful has it been to you? It's not like you're trying.
Please let me try something else. Okay, so being a home economics teacher, I've been able to learn more about the nutrition, what you are supposed to eat and what you are not supposed to eat, and what is good for everybody at every age you get to. There are some things which is not good for the adults, but is good for the adolescents and children. So home economics has helped me to gain this knowledge.
Okay, so that's you see, it's the useful aspect of it. But how has it? How have you gained from it? Okay, you're talking about the profitability of it. This knowledge, how have you used it to at least gain money?
Oh, okay.
What do you think you can do to it to make sure that you gain money from it? Madam Florence.
Okay, so being a teacher in the as a home economics teacher, you are gaining money from it because you have been employed by the government and then you are being paid.
Yes. All right. So you are using the knowledge to gain money from the government as a teacher. That's very good. Okay. Madam Felicity.
Okay, apart from teaching, I'm using the knowledge as a trader. Like I bake bread and then sell to gain money to cater for the house.
Thank you very much. And then I believe the bread you are making, you're adding new recipes. Not
Yes,
just the
please.
right one. Yeah, you're adding new recipes to it to make it more delicious, to make it more enticing to others.
Okay, madam.
Felicity. Madam Millicent. Madam Millicent. Madam Millicent.
Okay, madam. With clothing and textile, currently I have a boutique. So, with the knowledge of clothing and textile, I'm able to tell my customers, oh, this is silk, this is cotton, this is that, and then they've been buying from me. So that's what I've gained. Thank you.
Then you're also using your knowledge to at least tell them their body shapes and which dress will best fit them. That's very good. And then Madam Charity.
Madam, with the knowledge on home economics, I can be a nutritionist or a nutrition officer, whereby I will educate or teach lactating mothers on the best way of feeding their babies or the benefits of maybe breastfeedings and others. So with the help of the home economics knowledge, it will give me the opportunity to educate mothers on how to feed their babies. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Charity. Madam Millicent, you want to say something again? Because your hand is still up. Okay, Madam Florence.
Madam, please, I want to ask a question.
Okay, your question is welcome.
Okay, so madam, let's say now I'm a teacher working in the Ghana Education Service. What if I want to be a dietitian at the hospital, what can I do to get there? Now that I'm a teacher, if I want to divert from teaching field and to work at the hospital. What can I do?
Okay. So with that, you have to further your education into dietetics and nutrition. Okay. And then
So,
we have most of the tertiary schools offering such programs. So as in home economics, you can you have a first degree in home economics, you can use that degree to also dive into that field. And then after that knowledge, you can write your line tertiary exams, and after that you can be a dietetic.
oh, okay. All
Okay,
right.
so it's not like you're coming to do home economics again. You just have to, because you already have that knowledge, you have the foundations in it. You can just venture into dietetics, you specialize in it, and then you become a dietitian.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
that is like I want to do the first degree.
Uh,
Master.
I'm not getting what I'm trying to say.
So I'm saying that, so if I want to do that, like I'll go and do masters in dietitian.
No, not necessarily you're going to do masters in it. Okay, you have to have another degree in it. So it's either your 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 qua- your certificate will qualify you to probably be a master's student, or you have to take an undergraduate course to learn most of the things in it. Okay. All right, now you are not just moving straight from the SHS or your SHS certificate to go there. You are using your certificate in probably a training college, moving
Oh,
it to and then you can use that to move into dietetics.
oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm listening. What have you gained from being home economics, from studying home economics? What have you gained? What have we gained? Madam Jemima.
Madam,
Yes, madam.
it's enormous, but I will say only one.
So
Uh,
that
home
maybe
economics.
families realize it, you can also pick it up.
Hello.
Yes.
Home economics has helped me to eat well. To eat well. One of the days, I don't like. I'm the type I don't like fruits, and my gum will be bleeding and all that. I sat down one day and I said, I'm a home economist, but why am I not eating well? I started eating well, and then that gum issues, that lean me, it all stopped. So it has really helped me in my diet. Thank you.
Thank you. So right now we can talk about the usefulness and then the gainfulness of it. You can just Madam Vida. Hello, Madam Vida. Hello. Okay, so I don't think she knows her hand is up.
Hello.
Yes, hello, Madam
Hello.
Vida.
Yes, I said home economics has also helped me to develop some skills. And sometimes I use these skills to train some of my teachers and the students as well. Sometimes to the community, if I see that someone is in need of help, sometimes I go to the person's house, then I help. I give a helping hand to the person. Like if the person wants to know how to do liquid soap, baking, and the rest, I use that opportunity to train. Thank you.
Thank you so Madam. Madam Vida. And Madam Frimpoma Vida. Not Madam Vida, Madam Frimpoma
Okay,
Vida.
madam, I have gained practical skills for life, and I have also learned how to plan meals and other things.
Right. Thank you. Madam Millicent. Madam Millicent. Okay. So this is where we will end our meeting. Okay. So finally we've ended our discussion for foundations of home economics. So this is at this time we are coming to do this. If you have any question, if you need more clarification on some aspects of it, this is where you can just put up your hand and then we have that discussion. Then we end the class. Madam Felicity.
Hello, madam. Please, mine is a question. The other time we said, please give us a question or sample question so that we try and answer on it.
So I don't have sample questions, but I give your course reps the numbers of your predecessors, okay, to contact them for past questions. So if he gets
But
it,
we didn't get ISO.
you didn't get what?
Riverview. We didn't get any sample question from anybody.
Okay, so I said I have tasked the course rep, okay.
I'm the course rep.
You're the course rep for Riverview.
Yes, please.
You've never texted me before.
Hello.
Yes, I haven't received any chats from you on WhatsApp. The only course rep I know is Richie and then Madam Flores.
I don't have your number.
On WhatsApp and then give you some of the numbers of those who I know right now, so that you can ask them for past questions, and if they have any, they can share with you. Okay.
So what do I do?
So
Hello?
I said text me on WhatsApp so that I can so that you ask. All right.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Reminiscent, your hand is up. It's always Fox over. All right. Do you have any question, any concern, any addition, or something that you wish your mates will know in home economics that they can add to their lives? Some skills you've discovered, anything. All right, since we don't have any question, any contribution, any concerns, anything, this is where we end our class for foundations of home economics. Officially, we come to the end of our meetings for this semester. Okay, so I'm still around. My numbers is still active. If you need any assistance in terms of what we are learning, we are studying, you can just text me and then I'll be there for you. Okay, so until we'll meet another time, it's goodbye for now. Okay, so enjoy
Hello,
your
madam.
Yes.
Hello, madam. Please, I want your number so that I can text you.
Please, which center are you?
Riverview Felicity.
So,
Madam Felicity,
Yes,
when
so
madam.
you can take my number from the okay, or you can look at the link. Okay, the link, you can see my number.
I'm having a network issue. That's why I'm not hearing you.
I'm sending her number.
Hello.
Yeah, madam, sorry, you are listening.
Yes, madam. I'm listening.
Sending your number to her.
Okay, so Madam Florence says she's sending my number to you. Okay,
Okay.
Madam Florence.
No. Okay. Thank you. No.
Madam, please, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Please, can we get some info for the exams?
Oh, that one I can't tell for now. Okay.
Oh, okay. So everything is fine.
Yes, you meet them in your quizzes and then your exams too.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So goodbye for now. We'll meet tomorrow to finish our curriculum too. Okay.
Yes,
So enjoy
ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, madam.